Hey you guys, this is Thomas Hubbard. It is 11:55 a.m. Central Standard Time on Monday morning the 29th of March 2010. I'll be covering a tutorial on Ezine-Articles.com. It is the #1 article directory, and I highly suggest you to submit your articles on a daily basis to get the best results on targeted traffic and leads. There are 3 basic principles and practices I like to cover in Ezine-Articles today, and that is identify, techniques, and attitudes. Identify is the process of recognizing a basic generalization that is accepted with the basis on rationale to support a customary way of operation or behavior using fundamental reasons for inductive fields and producing quality or effects in your written articles. Techniques to expose in your written articles a practical strategy and or method applied to some particular task based on proficiency, skillfulness in the command of fundamentals deriving from practice and familiarity of a specific plan of action designed to achieve your vision and produce a particular goal, objective, output, or outcome. Attitudes is to expose in your written articles a complex mental state involving perspectives, dispositions, and sensitivities. To act in certain ways with the rational investigation of general and fundamental problems, proposing an offer and petition or appeal implied to answer questions, impressions, and interpretations about existence, knowledge, values, reason, minds and language, and ethics on how to deal with the situation. There are 2 bullets that fall under article templates, principles of X, and checklist. The first one is principles of X articles. There may be no right way to do this template, as many choose to use identifiers other than principles. For example, secrets, thoughts, ideas, qualities, etc. But they all usually give a numbered list with subheadings that make it easy for the eye to see and read the principles outlines. Keep in mind the title. Make sure your article title lets your reader know they will be learning the principles of something. Keep in mind the opening paragraph. Explain why your principles are important to the reader, along with any social proof claims that can support your statements. Keep in mind the create principle subheadings. Describe your top principles along with why each one is important. Keep in mind the closing paragraph conclusion. Offer suggestions on how to apply the outlined principles or a helpful tip to help the reader overcome any objections they might have to understand or apply one of your principles to their life or business. This also goes for the resource box. For more information on the Principles of X article template, visit the Ezine-Articles blog located at http://blog.ezine-articles.com/04/principles-of-x-article-template.html. The second bullet will be checklist articles. Your target reader loves checklists because they distill the essence of what someone else, you the expert, have painstakingly identified as being important for a particular problem. Keep in mind the title. Your checklist article title should include keywords relating to the type of checklist you are creating, plus the word checklist. Keep in mind the opening paragraph. Introduce your reader to the topic and explain why the checklist exists. This also goes for a create checklist. Keep in mind the closing paragraph conclusion. Encourage the reader to pay close attention to the benefits of the checklist. This also goes for the resource box. A tip: make sure your checklist is actually a checklist. For example, don't ramble on without using brackets, bullet points, and or numbered lists. Your checklist should be fast and easy to read while delivering on the promise of a checklist from your article title. An article example would be home buying checklist. If you have any questions, you may contact me using any available forms of contact I have posted in the description box. The references that I used to create this tutorial is located at Ezine-Articles.com/training. Thank you for watching this tutorial.